Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's in every single one of our kitchens, but we might not think about it enough: our pots and pans. Are they secretly sabotaging our healthy meals? We're going to sift through the marketing hype and get down to the science of what makes cookware safe or potentially harmful. You've probably heard a lot of conflicting advice. One person swears by cast iron, another says non-stick is the only way to go, and then you see those beautiful shiny copper pans in a magazine and wonder if you should get those. It can be really confusing. The truth is, there's no single, perfect pan for everything. The real secret isn't just about the material the pan is made of, but how you use it and care for it. Let's start with the workhorses, the ones you can almost always count on. First up, stainless steel. This is a fantastic all-around choice. It's a stable alloy, meaning it doesn't really react with your food, even acidic things like tomato sauce. It can handle high heat, goes from the stovetop to the oven, and is super durable. You can scrub it without worry. The main downside? Food can stick. But with the right technique, preheating your pan properly and using enough fat, you can manage this pretty easily. A good quality, heavy-bottomed stainless steel pan is a lifetime investment for a healthy kitchen. Next, let's talk about a classic favorite: cast iron. People who love their cast iron really love it, and for good reason. It has incredible heat retention, meaning it stays hot and cooks your food evenly. This is why it's perfect for searing a steak or getting that beautiful crust on cornbread. When it's properly seasoned, which is just a layer of baked-on oil, it develops a naturally non-stick surface. Plus, cooking in cast iron can even add a small amount of dietary iron to your food, which can be a nice little bonus, especially for those who need it. The trade-offs? It's heavy, requires a bit of special care. No soap for the purists, and you have to keep it dry to prevent rust. But a well-maintained cast iron skillet can literally be passed down through generations. Now, what about those colorful, glossy pans? I'm talking about enameled cast iron and hard anodized aluminum. Enameled cast iron, like those famous Dutch ovens, gives you all the benefits of cast iron's heat retention, but with a major advantage. The enamel coating is a type of glass, making it non-reactive and easy to clean. You can simmer your tomato sauce for hours without any metallic taste. Hard anodized aluminum is another great option. The anodization process creates a super hard, durable, and non-reactive surface on the aluminum, making it much safer than bare aluminum and very resistant to scratching. Both of these are excellent, safe choices for everyday cooking. So those are the top contenders. But what about the pans we need to be a little more careful with? Let's start with non-stick, specifically the ones coated with PTFE, which you probably know by the brand name Teflon. For decades, this was the go-to for cooking eggs and pancakes without a mess, and modern PTFE pans, when used correctly, are generally considered safe. The key phrase here is used correctly. The main concern with PTFE is what happens when it gets too hot. When heated above roughly 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit, the coating can start to break down and release fumes that can cause flu-like symptoms. Now, for most home cooking, you're not going to reach those temperatures. But if you preheat an empty non-stick pan on high heat, you can get there surprisingly fast. Another huge issue is scratches. As soon as that non-stick surface is scratched or starts to flake, its integrity is compromised. Using metal utensils like a fork or a metal spatula is the fastest way to ruin your pan. Those tiny particles of the coating can then get into your food. The best practice? Use your non-stick pans for low to medium heat cooking only. Think scrambled eggs, not a high-heat sear. Always use wood, silicone, or plastic utensils. And at the first sign of deep scratches or peeling, it's time to replace the pan. Don't hang on to it just to save a few dollars. It's not worth the risk. Let's move on to ceramic-coated pans. These are often marketed as the green or healthy alternative to traditional non-stick. And they can be. The coating is a silica-based gel made from sand, so it doesn't contain PTFE. They provide a great non-stick surface. However, there are two things to watch out for. First, the non-stick quality of many ceramic pans can degrade much faster than PTFE, sometimes in just a year or so of regular use. Second, and more importantly, you need to ensure the ceramic coating is from a reputable manufacturer that certifies it as free of lead and cadmium, as low-quality glazes can sometimes contain these heavy metals. Always buy from brands that are transparent about their safety testing. What about those beautiful gleaming copper pans you see in professional kitchens? Copper is an amazing heat conductor. It heats up super fast and evenly. That's why chefs love it for delicate sauces. But, and this is a big but, unlined copper is highly reactive with food, especially acidic food. It can leach copper into your meal, and too much copper can be toxic. That's why nearly all copper pans intended for cooking are lined with another non-reactive metal like stainless steel or tin. If you have a copper pan, make sure that lining is intact. If it's scratched down to the copper, it's really only safe for decoration. And finally, let's touch on bare aluminum. It's lightweight, affordable, and conducts heat well, which is why it's so common in bakeware and cheaper cookware. While the link between aluminum and health issues is still debated and not definitively proven, we know that aluminum can leach into food, especially when cooking acidic or salty dishes. A much safer choice is the hard anodized aluminum we mentioned earlier, which seals the aluminum and prevents it from ever touching your food. If you do use bare aluminum pots, try to avoid long-term simmering of things like tomato sauce or sauerkraut in them. So, to wrap this all up, how do you build the perfect, healthy cookware collection? It's all about choosing the right tool for the job. Get a great stainless steel skillet for your searing and sautéing. Invest in a cast iron pan for that perfect crust and high heat cooking. A quality enameled Dutch oven is a must-have for soups, stews, and braises. If you want a non-stick pan for your eggs and fish, go for it. Just remember the rules. Keep the heat on medium, never heat it empty, use non-metal utensils, and replace it as soon as it's damaged. When you're cooking, no matter what pan you're using, always turn on your kitchen vent or open a window. Good ventilation is always a good idea. Your health is the most important ingredient in any recipe. Taking a moment to understand the tools you're using is a simple but powerful step toward a healthier lifestyle for you and your family. Don't be afraid to invest in quality pieces that will last, and be ruthless about getting rid of any pans that are scratched, peeling, or damaged. Thank you so much for joining me today for this deep dive into cookware. I hope this cleared up some confusion and empowered you to make the best choices for your kitchen. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. What's your go-to pan in your kitchen? Let me know in the comments below. Stay safe and happy cooking.